Top of the morning, good people. Double the Innocence with your boy E-Dub. Figured I'm up early, so let me see if I can catch some of the early birds up here this morning on a Thursday. Could you believe it, man? Thursday, August 29th. There's only a couple more days left of August, and to me, it just feels like August just started just the other day, man. It's ridiculous. The way the time is flying by. Kids are gone back to school. I'm out here looking at all these kids in their uniforms and all that kind of stuff. Waiting for the school bus, all that. It's crazy. Wasn't it just yesterday that the end of the school year? Wow. And I need you guys to help me, man. When we were kids, didn't the school year start after Labor Day? I mean, I remember a few of my school years, yeah, we did start, I think, what? We would have started like the week, no, honestly speaking, I just remember starting school around Labor Day. But the earlier stages of my school years, I remember starting school after Labor Day. Because to me, it makes no sense. What's the sense of starting school a week before Labor Day just to give the kids a break for Labor Day weekend? Why don't you just start school right after Labor Day? In my humble opinion. Well, yo, those were the days back in the day, man. I remember we used to look forward to Labor Day weekend because that was a time that, especially like, you know, Montreal, where I grew up kind of thing, yeah, it'd be kind of empty. Everybody was doing a road trip. They were going to the States to get those sales that you would get in New York kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Go back to school looking fresh with all the latest wear. But this whole starting school before Labor Day makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. The good thing about it is September's right around the corner, and that means the NFL is back, baby. So, all of you guys that like football, men, women, children, I don't care who you are, we come up here and we talk garbage up on this stage, especially if you got a team. If you've got a team up that you're representing, that you're passionate about, come up here and let's battle it out, my friends. For anybody that doesn't know, I am a Raiders fan. And from now on, I'm just going to continue saying that I'm a Raiders fan. I'm not going to say, because the Raiders move a little bit too much for my liking. They moved to Las Vegas. They moved to Los Angeles. They moved from Oakland. They're all over the team. I'm just a Raiders fan, period. I don't care where they go. You understand what I'm saying? That's my squad. So, you know I'm going to be up here every single Sunday talking garbage. Lions, Super Bowl this year. You know what? You might be right. They got a nice team. And I'm an individual. I like to really back the small market teams. So Detroit, what they did last year was absolutely amazing. No word of a lie. I think they got robbed. One game, I can't remember which game it was, they got robbed. They should have won that game. A team that a lot of people have to look out for is those Green Bay Packers. You heard it here first. That team is going to be a beast this season, okay? Well, maybe not even this season, but give them a couple of years, I think that they're going to be going very, very far. Noah Anderson, how you doing, sir? If you've got a football team that you represent, I need you to be up here every single Sunday talking your smack about your team. Because I know I will be up here. Oh yeah. Raiders, I picked the Raiders to win the Super Bowl, my friends. I got Tom up here that has a prediction. He says the Lions are going to win it. I can't really hate on that prediction whatsoever, man. Can't hate on that prediction. They got a head coach that they seem to be playing for. So, I mean, hey, I expect to see some good things from them. My only problem with the Green Bay Packers is they stole my running back. And understand something. Yeah, no, that's your favorite team? Well, you and I got problems this season, no. I'm going to let you know that directly. You took my running back from me. I'm an individual. Any player that gets traded from the Raiders or decides to sign with another team, they're traitors to me. You understand? You got my boy Josh up in your backfield. So you know what? I hope he doesn't rush for 10 yards this season. I don't want him to get injured or nothing like that, but I just hope they shut him down. I know that's a big ask. But let me tell you something. You have him running in your backfield with that young quarterback and that whole young nucleus that you have out there in Green Bay. I give them another 2, maximum 3 years. They're going to be making a lot of noise. Guaranteed. You heard it here first. I mean, that's after my Raiders, that is. But yeah, they're going to be making a lot of noise. San Francisco 49ers, I think they're going to do pretty well this year. But the team I think is good, that's going to do very, very well is those Baltimore. Yeah, Baltimore is going to do well with that big running back that they got in the backfield with the quarterback. It's a very, very big ask. How are you going to stop that? How are you going to stop Henry? They had trouble stopping Henry when he was playing for the Titans. Now you got him playing in Baltimore with that defense. You buy football cards? Have you had the opportunity to ever go watch a football game, NFL game? Because out here in North America, we don't have that access unless we go to Buffalo, and I'm not going out there. No, sir. No way. We could go to New York and stuff like that, but you know, I'm an individual. I kind of like I said, Raiders is my team. I like the West Coast teams. At least when, you know, you go out there, you don't really have to be sitting in no kind of winter storm to watch your team. You know what I mean? But you guys, I want you guys to know one thing. I used to say when my Raiders win the Super Bowl, I'm going to come up here with my spikes, my face painted, show you guys how a passionate Raider fan does things. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got the Surfer Boy as our quarterback. He's going to be starting for us this year. So, hey, I can't pronounce his name. Mitsubishi? Anyways, we have him playing for us this year. So, I liked what he did with Indianapolis last year. And I remember him hurting us last year because of the fact of the matter that he's mobile and whatnot. So, Manitoba, the closest team to you is Minnesota. You like your Vikings? But my man, welcome from Manitoba. Us Canadians got to stick together, buddy. Yes, sir. Minnesota, yeah. They're a team that, you know, that's a team I can't really back in any kind of way whatsoever. Even if they have a decent regular season, I expect them to fall apart when playoffs come around. One team I have no problems coming up here and flaming every single Sunday. Those Dallas Cowboys. Nobody likes to see Dallas lose more than me. So if there's any Dallas Cowboy fans out there, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I suggest you kind of stay away from my station. I suggest you stay away from my channel, especially if they lose. You think Stephen A. Smith roast the Dallas Cowboys? Wow. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, and I'm going to explain to you guys why I have such a disdain for the Dallas Cowboys. Because when I was a kid, first of all, when I was a kid growing up, we only had 2 stations that we could get football games on, which was CBS and NBC, if I'm not mistaken. And we had limited games. Like we had the 1 o'clock games because we lived where we lived. We only got the either the New York Jets or the New York Giants and whoever they were playing. So that's how you would get to see other teams. Guaranteed you would get their games every Sunday and who they were playing. And in the afternoon, you would get Buffalo. We'd get Dallas Cowboy games, yes. The 4 o'clock games. But, you know, we had limited teams that we could choose from. Now, you got to understand, I grew up in the era where when I started watching football, it was Tom Landry was the head coach for the Dallas Cowboys. And I remember one day just sitting down there watching the Dallas Cowboys, and my mom walked into the room, and my mom said, "Wow, that Tom Landry's a handsome man." And that was the day that I disliked the Dallas Cowboys. That was the day I personally had a problem with the Dallas Cowboys, because my mom found Tom Landry to be a handsome man. You know, with his little felt cap and his... Man, I could have knocked him right off his pedestal. You don't understand. And ever since that day, man, Dallas Cowboys and me, we've had a battle going on. Believe it or not, that was the way I fell in love with the Raiders, because I remember watching the Raiders. They were playing, they might have been playing even Buffalo. And back then, the Raiders were known to be probably one of the dirtiest teams in the league. And I remember watching this game where they were playing in the mud and all that kind of stuff. And I said, yeah, that's my team right there. The amount of times I saw the referees throw those flags up in the air, I said, yeah, I like this squad. I like this squad. They don't stop fighting till the bitter end. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And ever since that, me and the black and silver have been rolling. So you know what? Every year I tell my friend, I get cooked for it every single year, but I don't care because I'm a passionate Raider fan. I tell my friends every year, this is going to be the year that we're going to win the Super Bowl. So you know what? You guys that are going to be rocking with me on my channel, you guys are probably going to get sick and tired of hearing the exact same thing. Every single year, I predict this is the year the Raiders are going to win the Super Bowl. Thank you very much. And I'll be one of the first people to tell you that I'm not really a big-time Tom Brady fan. Anybody who knows football should know the reason why, because he stole a Super Bowl from my Raiders. Yeah, that's right, I said it. He stole a Super Bowl from my Raiders. Okay? He's an individual that had no business doing that. He stole the Super Bowl from my Raiders. You know that whole tuck rule nonsense? You understand? Where we were just not even a game away, we were a play away from going to the Super Bowl. And only the man upstairs could tell me that that year we weren't going to win if we went. Okay? All of a sudden, you know, we got a tuck rule that I'd never heard nothing about before that. And to be totally honest with you, I don't think it's ever been called again after that. But we lost the Super Bowl. We lost that game, and we lost the opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. So, you know, New England Patriot fans, we got problems. Tom Brady fans, we got problems. And I know what you guys are going to say. Oh, but Tom Brady now is, he's an owner of your Vegas Raiders. I don't even want to have that conversation. Okay? Plain and simple. But if I have to accept him as the owner, where I will only have to see him from time to time, because there was talk at one point in time that they wanted him as a quarterback. And let me tell you something. If that had happened, that would have been the time that I was going to be willing to, like, walk away from my Raiders. Yes. How are you going to make the man that stole the Super Bowl away from us your quarterback? Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to swallow that pill at all. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Now, all jokes aside, numbers don't lie. Tom Brady's an amazing quarterback. All garbage aside, Tom Brady is an amazing quarterback. I mean, the way in which he got his start, you know, just coming in, backing up that quarterback that he took over for out there in New England. and keeping the job, never giving it back. You got to respect that. And then everything he did after that, you know, it comes with a certain amount of respect. But the bottom line is when you gotta belittle my squad to get to where you gotta get to. No, we got a problem with that. I got a problem with that. Yes. Yes, sirree. So it's okay. Have Tom Brady up there in the office. You know, use him for whatever you need to use him for in order to generate whatever you need to generate. Hopefully, maybe, you know, there's going to be free agents that might want to sign with us because he's part of the whole equation. Do what you got to do with him, but just keep him out of my face. That's all I got to say. Just keep him out of my face. Not trying to see all of that. Do I have any other Raider fans out there that are rocking with me? If I have any Raider fans out there, man, give me the fist. Give me the fist in the comment section. Yeah, man. That's right. Raider Nation is live and direct. This year we're winning the Super Bowl, people. If I'm not mistaken, I think the season starts September 6th. Can't wait. It's a good time of the year. Great time of the year. Another thing that's taking place right now is that WNBA is starting to heat up. And I told you guys that I was going to be watching it to get myself a little bit familiar with the sport, with the players. And I'm enjoying the process. The team to beat right now in the WNBA, I personally believe, is the New York Liberty. Yes, sir, Bob. They right now they're playing the best team basketball I see right now. I don't see anybody beating them. I mean, every single game that I've watched with them, the way they swing the ball, the way they move the ball, they have I can't remember her name, but apparently she was the MVP last year. And the game that I heard that she was the MVP, when it started, I was saying, what, this MVP? Why? When you watch this girl play, you understand exactly why she's the MVP. She's unstoppable. She's totally unstoppable. So, with that being said, my prediction for the WNBA championship this year is the New York Liberty. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a team I'm backing. If I've got a little bit of change, that's a team I'm putting some change down on. The New York Liberty. They are winning the championship this year. I mean, the Las Vegas, the Aces, they're pretty decent. But I'm not seeing anybody beating New York Liberty right now. No way, no shape, no time at all. And I'm also going to go out on a limb and say the Rookie of the Year is going to come down to two of them. If I had a vote in this entire thing, I'd give it to Angel Reese by a slim margin. But Caitlin Clark she's a baller. And you know the main reason why I like Caitlin Clark? The main reason why I like Caitlin Clark is because everybody else wants to come out to Caitlin Clark's defense, saying that she's not being treated well, she's being mistreated, all kind of different stuff. The media, everybody wants to come out to her defense. Never once have you heard Caitlin Clark come out and say that she feels she's being mistreated. Never once did you ever come out and hear Caitlin Clark say that she doesn't feel she's getting a fair shot. The girl just goes out there and flatline balls. Plain and simple. That's all she does. How could you not like her as a ball player? People want to find all kind of different reasons. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, the rest of the WNBA players, you need to understand, jump on that Caitlin Clark train because she's going to be your path to getting more money. Period. You don't have to like her. She doesn't have to be your best friend. You don't have to go out to dinner with her. You don't have to hang out with her and go to movies or nothing like that. Just get on that train. Because I guarantee you, she's the one that's going to open the door for all of the endeavors that the WNBA has to get. Plain and simple, man. What difference does it make? I mean, listen, when Michael Jordan was back, when Michael Jordan opened the door for everybody, not everybody liked Michael Jordan. There's a lot of people that probably couldn't stand him because all the lights was on him. But at the end of the day, Michael Jordan represented more money in each one of those NBA players' pockets. Whether they liked him or disliked him, they all, to a man, respected him. Now, am I saying that Caitlin Clark is Michael Jordan? Absolutely not. But what I'm saying is, Caitlin Clark is the closest thing that you guys are getting to getting that money. You need to jump on that train, man. And it's the media that's making people have a disdain for Caitlin Clark. Oh, Caitlin Clark she's not being treated well. Oh, Caitlin Clark, why did they do that, blah, 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 blah. All kind of different nonsense. But why should we dislike Caitlin Clark for that? Because she hasn't said a word. She goes out there, she gets roughed up or whatever the case may be. You don't see her coming in the media saying, oh, I feel these girls aren't treating me fair and blah. No. She gets up, wipes it off, and goes out there and plays the next game the exact same way. Is there jealousy out there? Of course. There's jealousy in everything that you do. But push through all that negative nonsense, man. And when I say push through all that, the rest of that negative nonsense, I'm talking to the rest of the ladies in the WNBA. Push through that negative nonsense and get what you got to get. Because honestly speaking, in watching your games, I've watched enough of them to see you guys have a quality product out there. And you've got the right young stars to come and help you grow that quality product. The Angel Reeses of the world. The center that she's playing with right now in Chicago. Whatever her name is. From USC. Not to mention the trailer load of young talent that's coming up behind them. Yeah, ladies, come on, man. Ladies, forget about the jealousy. Forget about all that kind of nonsense. Go get what you guys got to get. Go get what you... Now is the time. Now is the time. Strike while the fire is hot. Go get what you guys got to get, man. Do you think the performances that he had in the Olympics that he could play in the NBA? Dim the Greek. Who exactly are we talking about? That he could play in the NBA. I'm not sure who we're referring to. Oh, you said it in the message. Sorry about that. Yes, you did, Pinion. Yes, he can. Definitely. Hey, listen. I think the majority of those players that played in the Olympics can play in the NBA. I personally think that the players that play underneath the FIBA rules, their IQ of the basketball game is higher. You see, what they have in the NBA, they have athletes in the NBA. They have a whole blend of a whole bunch of athletes that work well together, that are very athletic, that could run, they could jump out of the gym and all that kind of stuff. FIBA, they have the full understanding of the game. They understand that in order for you to get a good high percentage shot at the basket, you need to move around. You need to have rotation, motion in the offense. They know that, they realize that you have to work it through the 5-man, through the center. The center has to get a touch. So realistically speaking, the art of the game, the whole entire art of the game to watch of the way in which the game should be played is better in the FIBA rules. So the majority of those guys that play international ball, I think the majority of them could come to the NBA and play in the NBA. Would they all come to the NBA and be stars? That's a different story. Because when you're in the NBA, then you have roles that you have to play. Because, honestly speaking, down to the 12th man on an NBA roster is a dog and can give you points. We just don't know that. Because of the fact of the matter that they sit on the bench and they never play, we think that they really don't have any. But if you're a 12th man and you made an NBA roster, you have game. What they end up doing is giving everybody roles that they have to play in order to put a complete package together. So maybe in high school, I might have been an individual that was giving you 40 on a regular night, evening, day, game. But if I get to the NBA, they could probably look at me and tell me, I need you to be a defensive stopper. So that's going to be my game. But to answer your question, yes, I do believe. Could most definitely come to the NBA and he can make an NBA team. No problems whatsoever. I mean, take a look at the dude from France that slammed over LeBron James. Allegedly, apparently, he's going to be playing for the Philadelphia 76ers. And if you look at a lot of the players on a lot of the NBA rosters right now, they're international players. Very good. He really is. And the thing of the matter is, it's unfortunate that we only get every 4 years to see some of these quality players that that are playing international ball. But that's slowly going to change. There's going to be a hell of a lot more international players that are going to be coming over for the finalists in the EuroLeague. Yeah, very good player. But I knew nothing about him before the Olympics. And he became my guy when he slammed on LeBron James. He became my guy when he slammed the ball in LeBron James's teeth. That's right. Yeah, I said it. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you're picking a WNBA champion this year, the New York Liberty is a team to back. I don't see them losing to anybody. The championship is theirs this year. Yes, sir. I said it. Rookie of the year, I'm saying that Angel Reese is going to edge it out. Yes. Yeah, we are. In the Greek, you seem to know your basketball. I like that. But you seem to know a lot more about international basketball. How's that? You got a specific station that you get to watch it on? If you do, you need to let me know because I want to watch a little bit more international basketball. I'm getting kind of tired of the well, we'll see. We'll see how it works out this season. How the NBA is going to form it out or whatever the case may be, because the NBA now is becoming a little bit more of a soap opera. I tend to enjoy college games a little bit more than I enjoy the NBA right now, for the simple fact of the matter that these guys actually put it out there. They try to win from the tip of the ball to the blowing of the whistle at the end of the game. Greek TV stations. Okay. I got one of those boxes. I'm gonna see if I could watch that too. Matthew B from the UK. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. UK. You guys like basketball out there too, I hope? Iggy. Welcome, Iggy. Yes, sir, Bob, man. We got a lot of good things happening, man. The end of August is here. Dim the Greek. Nova Sports for you. If you want a channel, thank you. Nova Sports. And is that any specific time, or like they have games on the weekends? How does that work? Rico and Hits, welcome back, buddy. Yes. I'm up here letting people know that September is going to be a very good month. We got the NFL coming back. So if any of you guys have NFL teams, put in the comment section beside your name. Let me know what your team is. And then we're going to be up here on Sunday mornings, probably about 11 o'clock or so. We're going to be up here debating about who the greatest team is, which is the Raiders, of course. But I mean, I'm sure there's a couple of you guys that might have debates. Beautiful. Okay. Dim the Greek, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I am going to be looking for that. Yeah. Because honestly speaking, the few games that I have had the opportunity to watch international, I enjoy it. The fact of the matter, they can play the ball off of the rim. They play with FIBA rules. It's beautiful. I'm from Montreal, Canada, buddy. Ice Cube is a Raiders fan, for sure. Remember, the Raiders are the original Raiders are from Oakland, the Oakland Raiders. So hey, you had Oakland, you had Los Angeles Raiders, so of course that's his squad. That's been my team ever since, man, ever since. Yeah. And we're winning the Super Bowl this year. Just in case you want to know recon hits, we're winning the Super Bowl this year. 5S. Second division? Oh, for real? Okay. I'm going to be inquiring about that today, as a matter of fact. I'm going to go home and see if I can find that. Simon the Bunny. Need Bunny back. My childhood. Sorry to hear that. Okay. September, October. Perfect. I'm going to be looking out for that. I will definitely be looking out for that. You guys, don't be shy. Share, like, subscribe. Help this channel grow. I'm letting you guys know. Anybody who's out here now, in case you want to know. Oh, Alonzo's your guy, recon hits. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think preseason starts in October. And the regular season, I believe, starts, maybe, if I'm not mistaken, the end of October. So, it's right around the corner. It's right around the corner. I'm an individual. I coach high school basketball, so it's usually roughly around that same time our season starts. You know? I'm hoping this year we could have an equally good season like we did. Like last season, we were one game away from the championship. And it took me a while to get over that loss, I'll be honest with you, because we had an amazing season. And that team that beat us in the semifinals, we played them twice. Let's go, baby. We played them twice during the regular season, and we handed it to them during the regular season. And in the semifinals, in the first half, we went into halftime with the lead. So for me, it was just a hard pill to swallow, because to me, we beat that team for 2.5 games. But the main problem with that whole thing is that half. 2.5 games we beat them. We played that team 3 times and we beat them 2.5 games. 2 full games and a half of the third game. But they came back and did some damage in the second half, and that was it, man. We just couldn't catch up. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I shoulder a little bit of the responsibility because I relied a little bit too much on my starters in that game. My bench wasn't that strong. I had a very good start. I had a good strong 7. Unfortunately, the bench was a little bit younger, a little bit weaker. And because of the fact of the matter that the game was so close in the first half, I wasn't able to use my bench players. That being said, in the second half, when my starters start to run out of steam, the other team was closing the lead. Still couldn't go to my bench because I needed my stronger players in. Lo and behold, the rest is history. Why is that, Dim the Greek? I will. I'm gonna go back to it. Unfortunately, they're going pretty fast. So, but I will go back and check it out for sure. In the league, in the European League, do they have a lot of teams in it? That was my dilemma. So so like and I can honestly tell you that loss. It took me about a month to get over that loss. It really did, because that team that I had, like I was with them for that. I had them for 3 years, and you got to understand, we went through our growing pains the first 2 years to get to where we needed to be that third year. So I really want to finish it off with a championship. We're one game away. I mean, a lot of teams throughout the season had us picked to at least be playing for the championship, and we came up one game short. So, I'm going back with a little bit of blood in my eyes this season. I won't have the exact same team. I've lost a lot of my veteran players. I got a couple of guys coming back, but the nucleus, the nucleus of them, they're moving up to the higher division. So I'm going to see what I could do. See what I can build upon. And see if we could actually, win the championship this year. Yeah. LaMelo went to Lithuania. He did. Absolutely. $18 teams. Okay. Paris. Perfect. Yeah, I will definitely be looking out for that. I'm hoping, give me a little bit of time, but yeah, once I get myself privy to that, I'll be talking about that up here too. It starts the 3rd of October. Beautiful. That's my son's birthday. So now I'm going to keep a mental note of that. October 3rd. Appreciate it, Dim the Greek. I really do. Dim the Greek, who's your team in the NBA? Real quick, tell me who your team is and who's your favorite player in the NBA today, in today's time. Oh, you know what? Do me one better than that. Yes, I do watch podcasts, Recon Hits. I definitely do. If you've got any good podcasts that give good content, let me know, man. I'll be sure to tune into it. Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah, for sure. You know what? I should have thought about my question before I shot it out there. But you know what? That's not a bad choice. Yeah, the Greek freak, he's a bad man. So that's a very, very good. And you got Greek in your name, so I should have known that was going to be your squad. Yeah. Yes. I don't know if they're going to win another championship anytime soon. No, not his brother. Recon Hits, not his brother. No. Not his brother. His brother right now is just occupying and taking up a roster spot from somebody who rightfully... His brother is Bronny James for the Milwaukee Bucks. That's what his brother is. taking up a roster spot because you happen to be related to the star of the team. Period. You know it. Recon, you know it. And for him to be able to be doing it year after year after year, that's kind of ridiculous. His brother is good. His brother's good, yes. Mind you. No, we'll just leave it at that. His brother's very good. Who would have been in the Olympics, Dim the Greek? Don't tell me you're saying his brother would have been in the Olympics if he wasn't injured. No, I know you're not talking about him. Yeah, I must have missed who you're talking about, and the comment probably rolled by, because I don't think you're talking about the Greek Freak's brother. Dim the Greek, come on, man. Yo, no. I respect everything you've had up here on basketball so far. Exactly. Dim the Greek, I just need you to put a name on exactly what you're talking about. But I don't want to assume you're talking about the Greek Freak's brother. So put a name on it, please. And I know the Greek Freak played in the Olympics, so I know you're not talking about him. Okay. Now, Recon Hits, I totally agree with you. My GOAT. See, Dim the Greek. Oh, man, I was hoping you weren't talking about the Greek Freak's brother. So you're trying to tell me that it's because he would have been a very good addition to the Greek team in the Olympics? Is that what you're telling me? I'll have to take your word for it because you watch a lot more international basketball. I'm not going to knock your opinion. I would never put my son in the NBA. The only thing I would honestly tell you, the only thing that I would do if I was an NBA player, the only thing I would do is get my son an opportunity for a workout with an organization, with a team or something like that. He could get a workout. The rest he would have to do on his own. Okay, so Dim the Greek, I have to ask you then, since you saw Tanias play a lot more than we did, than I did. Was he really an effective player? Because the stuff I see him doing in Milwaukee, it's honestly speaking, I mean, I think I could suit up and do that. So there's a very good possibility, like, you know, and unfortunately we probably, you know, like you know, the media and all that kind of stuff, they focus more on his blooper reels. So you tell me, was he much more of an effective player when he was playing out there? Very effective. Okay. All right. I'm going to take your word for it because, like I said, so far you seem to be somebody that knows what you're talking about where basketball is concerned, and you have the opportunity to be watching a lot more international basketball. So I'm going to take your word for it. If you say he was a good player, I'm going to take a step back from taking shots at him. Trey Mann, I think Trey Mann is a very, very good player. Very, yeah, he's very good young player. I think, unfortunately, he's going to be overshadowed by the John Morants of the world, the Anthony Edwards and stuff like that. But he just has to stay. He just has to stay the course and do what he does. Okay. All right, then the Greek. Now, like I said, I'm not taking no. I mean, I've had a lot of negative things and a lot of jokes to say about the Greek Freak's brother, but I'm honestly going to take what you're saying into consideration because you've had the opportunity to see a lot more of the quality basketball. And when I say quality, having the opportunity to watch international basketball, that's quality right there. So, hey. Yeah. Greek League. Okay. Yo, you're an all. If you're an all-star in whatever you're playing in, you're an all-star. Makes no never mind. Whether it's the NBA, whether it's a WNBA, whether it's a CBA, doesn't matter what it is. If you happen to be an all-star amongst your peers, that means you're an all-star amongst your peers. You know what I'm saying? Did he? Now that I did not know. The Greek Freak's brother made the NBA before the Greek Freak? And who was he drafted by? I don't think he's kidding. I'm being told right here that Giannis, that Tanias was drafted in 2011. No, I don't think. Yeah. I'm gonna definitely look that up. Whoa, the Knicks. I'm gonna look it up. I had no idea about that. I thought that it was. Honestly speaking, I thought the Greek Freak was the one that came into the NBA and pulled his brothers with him. Because remember, he also had another brother that won a championship with the Lakers. I don't know where he is right now, but so I thought it was a Greek Freak that opened the door for them. You know what? I'm gonna check it out. I'm actually gonna research it, come back up here and see exactly what's up. Because hey, okay. I know he's a workhorse. That's the one thing I get from him. Tanias, the one thing he's an energy bunny. And that's what I get from him. And I think every team needs somebody like that. All right. Yeah. Check that out and let me know for sure. Larry Bird versus Steph Curry. I'm gonna take Steph Curry just for the simple fact of the matter that Steph Curry's quicker. So you'll get him off the dribble. You'll be able to do a lot of different stuff, and then he'll be able to, get his shot off. So yeah, I think Steph Curry would beat Larry Bird. Okay, he was in the 2014. Okay, by the Knicks. But when did Giannis come into the league? Because if Giannis came into the league before him, then I'm sticking to my original statement. Giannis came into the league. There you go. Giannis came into the league and he opened the door for his brothers. Got you. All good though. I'm letting you know right now. You just gave me some information that I did not know. I really did not know. I did not know that Tanias was a beast in the international league or for the Greek team. I had no idea about that. So, what about the younger brother, the one that won the game in the one that won the championship for the Lakers? Was he any good in international ball? He is. That's one of the main reasons why I have such a major league problem with people comparing LeBron James to Michael Jordan. If you really want to go into the comparisons, which I think, like I said, on this channel, I'm going to stop. But if you really want to compare LeBron James to somebody, LeBron James deserves to be compared a little bit more to a Magic Johnson. Big body, come down the court, could pass off the drop of a dime. You see, And no word of a lie. When LeBron James originally came into the league, that is more or less who he was patterned against. People were saying that his game was more like a Magic Johnson. But now, all of a sudden, when you want to erase a legacy of a real GOAT, what do? You start talking numbers. You start talking about longevity. You start talking about all kind of different stuff that really don't make anything, that makes no difference at all. Because the mere fact of the matter is, yes, LeBron James has all the records where numbers are concerned. Yes, LeBron James has played the longest than anybody that I've known. But the bottom line is, the accolades in a shorter space of time goes to who? Michael Jordan has never played in a Game 7 in the finals. Never went to a Game 7 in the playoffs. He's won 6 championships. He's never lost in the finals. So when you start putting all those accolades up against numbers, come on now. Nope. Jordan did not go to Game 7 with the Jazz. Jordan has never been to a Game 7. I'm going to say it again. Michael Jordan has never been to a Game 7. Period. So we need to stop the comparisons. Allow people to be great in their era, and that's it. Period. Period. You're hearing a lot of the old school players. Now they're coming out and saying it directly. DeMar DeRozan's my guy, but if DeMar DeRozan's saying that, it's only because him and Harden, they basically come from the same place out there in the West Coast. So he's just supporting his brother. There's no one man that can really believe that type of nonsense. Then again, if you're talking about scorer, just a scorer, flat out scorer, because maybe DeMar DeRozan is saying that he's a better shooter than Kobe Bryant. And even that, I still debate that. But no, that's nonsense. James Harden, DeMar DeRozan, saying prime Harden was a better scorer than Kobe Bryant in his prime? I don't know about that, no. Because if I was to agree with that particular statement, then what I'm really agreeing to is that prime James Harden was a better scorer than Michael Jordan. You understand? Because as far as I'm concerned, Michael Jordan's 1A and Kobe Bryant is 1B. Listen, prime Harden versus Kobe, I'm taking Kobe all day. One-on-one, I'm taking Kobe all day. I'm going to have to find out who that is. Nick Gallis. Never heard of him. But I guess I thought the star out there in the European League was the young man that's playing for Sacramento, his father, Sabonis. I thought that was the GOAT out there in international. Okay. That's right. Rico hits that step back 3. But whose step back 3 are we talking about? I guess you're talking about Harden's, because yeah, he has a step back 3 that was created in this new era of the NBA. You understand that, right? That was never nothing that was played back in my day coming up. That step back 3 was considered to be a travel back in my day coming up. So this was a way for them to create more offense. This was a way for, yeah, that's the reason why they allow all this nonsense going on or whatever the case may be. But back in my day, there was no such thing as no kind of step back 3. That was a travel going in the opposite direction. In 1987, yes. Because when Sabonis came to the NBA, as a kid, I just grew up hearing about how great this guy was as an international player. We got the watered down version of Sabonis when he was playing out there in Portland. But I mean, I spent my entire youth hearing about how great a player this guy was. And he was considered to be the GOAT, as far as I know from back then. It's just that when he came to the NBA, his knees were shot. And he was still an effective player with no knees. So when I got an opportunity to watch him with no knees playing in Portland, that's the older version, I used to say to myself, man, I could imagine how amazing this guy was when he was younger then. If he's playing like this now. Not that much mobility, he could barely move or whatever the case be. If he's playing like that right now, he must have been a savage back in the day when he had mobility. And really and truly, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, because his son is a real beast out there on the course. His son was a beast in Indiana, and his son right now is a beast out there in Sacramento. Yeah, he did. That's right. He did. That step back, I mean, as pretty as it is to watch, like, I mean, I'm glad I'm older now and not really playing too much, like you know, like not playing in this era of basketball, because that step back three would have just ticked me right off, man. For somebody to be able to take that step back, because me, I like when time it and see if you could block that at its highest point. When they're doing the step back, and then they hit that shot in your face, it's a hard pill to swallow, man. Yeah. Okay, he did. So your guy's a beast then. Okay. Your guy's a beast. Oh yeah. I never got too much into the 2K things, man, because I'm a person, I don't like to lose. And when you're doing those video games, you got to take a lot of beatings before you get good. And it's the beating process that I couldn't go through. Okay. Guys were fighting over who played, eh? Nah, man, keep giving me that history of the international players, my friend. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Yeah, I do appreciate it. All right, you know what? I'm gonna make another attempt at it. I tried a couple of times. I mean, I played I played with my nephew. I played with and I'm telling you, the abuse that I was getting because I didn't know how to navigate and work through it. I put that control down before I broke it into pieces, man. I'm a person that you gotta understand. Like, yeah, I don't take too, especially the younger version of me. I don't take too well to losing. I don't like to lose. So. And like I said, in that, you got to take a lot of beating before you can start kicking some tail. You know what I mean? It's not one of those things that, I don't know about you, but it's not one of those things you get real good at overnight kind of thing. You get beat by the computer if you play the computer. You get beat by individuals if you play individuals. Hey, there's only so much beating one man can take, eh? Play solo, yeah, but then the machine beats you. But all right, I'm gonna give it another shot. though. I am gonna get, because there's been a couple of times I said, yo, I'm gonna buy one and just stay here and get good, because I got my brothers, I got my nephews, they all play. Yeah, like they're in some little football league and all that kind of stuff. They do all of that. And I'm here, sometimes I'm actually watching them play. Like the games, you'll get caught up. When you're watching the games, it's like, whoa, wait a second. You got to remember that this is just a PlayStation game, because sometimes you get caught up thinking it's a real game. And then that might light a little bit of fire saying, yeah, maybe I should get back into this. But then I remember, whoa, The growing pains. Because before you get good, you got to get your tail kicked. Start from rookie. Okay, they got those. Okay, that I did not know. Last season he played, rivals, okay. He made it to the finals, but lost to Real. Okay. So that's your GOAT. Wow. Well, people, I'm about to get out of here, man. I'm going to go get my day started. I want you guys out there to have yourself a wonderful Thursday. There's one more day till the weekend. I'm going to repeat it again. One more day till the weekend. These days are not waiting for anybody. They're flying by fast. Recon hits my top 5 centers. Akeem Olajuwon, definitely. Shaquille O'Neal will have to be up there, definitely. Patrick Ewing would have to be up there, most definitely. Got 2 more. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, most definitely. 1 more. Nah, I'm not going to throw that name out there. You guys will look at me like I'm crazy if I throw that name. I'm going 1 more. 1 more. Center. I don't know. Fine. You know, I'm going to throw his name out there because his name is in my head right now, but do I really rate him that much? Joel Embiid would be the 5th center. But you know what? Erase Joel Embiid. I'm going to replace Joel Embiid with the Joker. Yes! That's my list of top 5 centers. Recon hits. You yourself have yourself a nice day, but let me know what you think about my top 5 centers. Dim the Greek. I usually watch soccer just around either Euro Cup or the World Cup. That's when I'm really into it. I do know some players or whatever. I wish I was a little bit more into it because it's a sport that I truly do love. But I can honestly tell you, like that. The most time you'll get me watching football, soccer is Euro Cup, World Cup. That being said, people, I want you guys to have yourself a beautiful day. Double the Innocence with your boy E-Dub is